Hi, my name is Shivani Joshi, and I'm the founder and principal of Legally Reliable. My firm practices in estate planning, probate, mediation, and I'm a licensed realtor. Growing up in the Indian community, I realized that there were a lot of missed opportunities due to a lack of knowledge about these legal tools. I noticed this in other communities as well. I decided to make it my goal to help empower people with the legal knowledge of these tools in order to get through legal matters as easily as possible. When my husband passed away 3 years ago, it strengthened this resolve. I don't want people to have to deal with probate, lengthy litigation, or conflict on top of dealing with grief, so I do my best to help people avoid that. To this end, I'm currently hosting a weekly radio station on these topics. I also do seminars for different groups. I would love to get to know about you and your practice, as I have a growing network of people who are always asking for attorneys in different practice areas. If you would like, we can meet up for coffee, lunch, or even some golf. If you decide to meet up for golf, then you acknowledge that I'm not a very skilled player and that you were forewarned. Thank you so much for listening to my presentation, and thank you to Alameda County Bar Association for selecting me to be part of this showcase. I look forward to meeting you all very soon.
Hi, my name is Michelle Lee. I'm a partner at the law offices of Rudy, Axelrod, Zeef, and Lowe. Thank you so much for attending and for giving me the opportunity to introduce myself. I am a plaintiff-side employment law attorney. I represent workers in both individual and class action cases. The types of cases I handle range from wage and hour issues to wrongful termination, discrimination, retaliation, harassment, those kinds of cases. I also handle executive compensation and employment agreements. I've been practicing law for over 11 years, and what initially drew me to employment law was the ability to enforce civil rights laws. I felt I could make a difference in promoting the values of fairness and equality that are behind those laws. So that's on a good day. The thing that sort of keeps me interested in employment law is that it's fundamentally about human interactions. It's about how people interact with the people around them, how their actions are perceived by others, how they navigate the workplace. I also find it really rewarding to get to know a client and to help them through what can be a really devastating time in their lives. Being fired by people you work with every day, sometimes people you've known for years, or perhaps someone you built a company with, can be extremely hard for people. And I hope that I'm able to listen to them, tell their stories, and help them achieve a sense of justice. My firm is about 9 attorneys. And even though we're fairly small, we still have the firepower and the resources to provide top-notch representation to our clients, from negotiations all the way to trial. We've handled prominent cases. We recently settled a lawsuit on behalf of the former chief operating officer of Pinterest. I litigated the landmark sex discrimination lawsuit, Ellen Powell versus Kleiner Perkins, which highlighted barriers facing women in venture capital and in tech. We also handle cases for all kinds of workers. I'm currently representing a woman who is a single mother who was fired from her job at a nursing home for reporting sexual assault. Clients can trust that we'll handle their cases with experience and that we will handle their cases with an eye for detail, for strategy, and with passion. Thanks so much for listening. I look forward to getting to know all of you and learning from you about your practices, how you build them, how you build your referral sources. And I'd love the opportunity to connect. Thanks so much.
Do you or a prospective client have questions regarding the family law process or domestic violence? I can help. Welcome to Manico Law Firm. My name is Lisi Munayco, and I am the founder and managing attorney. I have been practicing law since December of 2000, and I have a family law practice since 2016. My law firm is located in Hayward, California. I help the public in all issues related to family law, such as pre- and post-nuptial agreements, divorces, separation, custody, visitation, support, division of property, debt. I also assist in obtaining and defending against domestic violence restraining orders or civil harassment orders. I have certifications as a rape crisis counselor and certification as a mediator, useful skills in handling high conflict situations. My office is very unique. I offer services on a sliding scale and sometimes on a flat fee, depending on their particular needs. I offer services such as same-day document preparation, depending on their particular need at the time. Same-day document preparation is similar to services offered by a paralegal. The only difference is that I can provide legal advice. Clients are not expected to pay high hourly rates or large retainer deposits in my office. My working model has always been to educate. It is just not about offering legal services, but to guide and teach the process so that the client understands their rights and is confident in the decisions that they make for themselves. If you or a prospective client has questions in the areas of family law or protections against abuse, feel free to contact me at 510-470-1219 or by email at lisi@munaycolaw.com or visit my website, munaycolaw.com, for further information. Thank you for your interest in Manico Law Firm.
Hi, my name is Joanna Nieves, and I'm the owner of the Nieves Law Firm in Oakland, California, where we take the criminal out of criminal defense. Our mission is to restore the reputation of people who've been accused of crimes and to help them plan for a better future. Just a little background about me. I am Puerto Rican and Trinidadian. My dad's Puerto Rican, my mom's Trinidadian. I grew up my early childhood in St. Croix, U.S. Virgin Islands. Moved to Florida in Miami and spent most of my life in Florida. I went to high school at the School for Advanced Studies. After that, I received a full ride to Florida State University, where I got my first degree in multinational business, my second degree in finance, and then I returned a year later to get my law degree. After I finished law school, I moved to California and took the California bar. I did this because my second year of law school, I interned at the Sacramento County DA's office, and I decided I wanted to live in California. So I took the California bar, passed, thankfully, and took a position at the Sacramento County DA's office. I worked there for a couple years until I accepted a position at a civil firm down in Los Angeles, Woodland Hills area, where we did creditors' rights. Basically, it was debt collection enforcement. I represented one of the biggest debt collectors in the nation. And then from there, I decided I wanted to start my own firm, which I went back into the criminal law field because that's really what I wanted to do. And I started the Nieves Law Firm. Since then, we have grown exponentially year over year. I've spent a lot of time really focusing in on how can I help as many people as possible and just make impactful change. That's what I want to do, build trusting relationships and make impactful change. So I figured the more people I help, the more I'm spreading that throughout the world, throughout my communities. Right now we have I guess what you would consider a small to mid-sized firm. We're growing. I've been named to Rising Star Super Lawyers for about the last 6 or 7 years in a row. We've been named to the Law Firm 500 for the last 2 years in a row. We've also been named as a Seminole 100 Award recipient for the last 2 years in a row. The firm is doing good work. I really believe that the reason we get recognized so often is because we truly believe in providing really good, high quality work to the clients who hire our firm. I strive for excellence. I expect excellence out of my employees and my team. And, what I'm hoping is that through this, I'm able to connect with more people who have that same kind of drive and dedication to their clients and want to do well by doing good. I really, our focus is on some more of the convoluted criminal defense matters, a lot of higher level felony cases, sex cases. We do handle misdemeanors, but most of our cases revolve around sex crimes, drugs, firearm offenses, and serious theft, robbery offenses. We also find that we get a lot of restraining order cases in our firm. We do some family law contempt actions. We don't do family law, just the contempt side, because it is a quasi-criminal action. And we spend a lot of time working on post-conviction relief, meaning that we represent people who are facing immigration consequences such as deportation or denial of naturalization or denial of some other immigration benefit based on a past conviction. We go back in time essentially and we undo past convictions through motions to vacate so that they can seek out the opportunities that should be afforded to them with their immigration counsels. And then we also do a lot of post-conviction work for people who have been incarcerated with very lengthy sentences, meaning people who are serving more than 15 years in state prison. And so what I'm looking forward to is just continuing to build my practice in a way that reaches as many people as possible, connecting with families, restoring reputation, showing reputations and showing people that I really care and I expect my staff to care as well. And hopefully that is what continues to help us being successful and getting the results that we aim to achieve for those people that trust their lives with us. And I look forward to working with other people who have the same goals and aspirations for just doing good work in the community. Thanks. Bye-bye.
Hi, my name is Stephan, and this is my associate, Daenerys. I'm thrilled to be here this evening to talk to you about the law office of me, Stephan Francisco Ferris. Like many, when the pandemic hit, I had to pivot and make some career changes. I was previously working at a law firm handling transactional matters in the automotive industry, but I really wasn't passionate about the work I was doing. The pandemic gave me the space to rethink and rediscover my passion and ambition. So, what is my passion, you may ask? Well, sex, drugs, and rock and roll. I decided to open a virtual law practice catering to clients in the cannabis and entertainment industry, more specifically, queer content creators in need of representation. But before I get ahead of myself, let me tell you a little bit more about my background. Spoiler alert, I'm gay, but I also identify as polyamorous, part of the kink community, and part of the sex worker community. I've actually worked as a performer in adult entertainment, and it's through my 10 plus years of direct experience in this industry where I saw a need for legal representation. I developed my practice with the mission to serve people like me in the queer community who would otherwise be overlooked or simply cannot afford big law representation. I'm very open about my background because I feel that visibility and representation are important. For me, independent queer content creators help bring visibility and normalize diversity. Having worked as a content creator myself, I recognize the importance of having affordable legal guidance in reviewing a contract and selecting an entity or in creating a brand. My practice focuses on stigmatized clients who would otherwise not have access to representation. In addition to providing transactional services for content creators, my practice also focuses on another stigmatized community, the cannabis community. I specialize in municipal and state compliance, permit applications, and navigation through the San Francisco and Oakland equity programs aimed to uplift people harmed by the war on drugs. In fact, I would love to connect with someone here who could teach me cannabis-based record expungement to offer as an additional pro bono service. Outside of work, I serve on the board of directors for Bailiff, the nation's largest queer bar association, and on the CLE committee for the International Cannabis Bar. I love live entertainment, and I really miss going to drag shows and concerts. Probably going over my 3 minutes right now, but I'd love to connect and hear more about your practices. If you're interested in hearing more about the work I do, or just want to grab lunch and chat drag race, you can find me at stephanferrislaw.com, or you can send me a request through the Google form in this chat. Thank you so much for your time. Live long and prosper.